So it's officially official. Paapa Essiedu has been cast as Severus Snape in the HBO Harry Potter TV series. This is obviously shocking to a lot of fans because HBO and Warner Brothers said that their goal was to make the most book-accurate TV series that they could, even more than the movies. I'll start off by saying that I have full faith in this series overall, and am so excited for it. Whatever decision they make for the casting is not going to change that, and whoever they do cast, no matter who they are or what they look like, they have my full support. I will be rooting for all of the actors through and through, and will always be going in with an open mind. However, I'm going to share the thoughts I have in the here and now. I feel that as one of the biggest Harry Potter content creators, I shouldn't be hiding my thoughts and opinions and sort of lying about them just because I worry about how people will react to my thoughts. As a massive Harry Potter fan though, my opinion is my opinion. When this casting was a rumor, I felt that as a white male, I couldn't say anything bad about the casting. Naturally though, people wanted my thoughts on it given what I do as a career, just talk about Harry Potter. After 3 days of thinking of something to say, I came up with the idea that this casting would be good because Paapa will be so different from Alan Rickman's portrayal that they won't be compared. Because let's be honest, no one's gonna live up to Alan Rickman. I stand by that statement. I think that will be a positive. But honestly, as a Harry Potter fan, I do not like this casting overall. Snape is very clearly described to be a white man in every single book. It would be one thing if they race swap someone like Lavender Brown, who has no physical description. But Snape has one of the most specific descriptions of any character in the series. He is described to be an ugly man with pale, sallow skin, long greasy black hair, crooked yellow teeth, and a large hooked nose. And his appearance isn't just there for the sake of being there. His appearance is a large part of his character, affecting how he's treated and how others look and perceive him. And how they look at and perceive him is not because of the color of his skin. And looking at the series as a whole, I would be just as upset, if not more upset, if they made Kingsley Shacklebolt, Dean Thomas, Lee Jordan, or Angelina Johnson white. That would probably break my heart more than them making Snape black, because I know those characters resonated so much with black fans and made them feel welcome to this amazing series. And plain and simple, we don't need to be doing this. We don't need to be changing the race of characters. Harry Potter is already incredibly diverse. In the world of Harry Potter, there are characters that are black, Asian, Indian, gay, trans, and so on. People say it's just a fictional character, why does it matter? But Harry Potter is a huge part of my life and has been since I was a child reading these books with my late grandmother. So naturally, Snape and all of the other characters mean so much to me, and I know that thousands out there have the same opinion. I see a lot of people saying that Snape being black doesn't matter because it doesn't affect his character or the story. The thing is though, it really does. Making Snape black raises several issues. If we look at his character, you're making a black man now come from a very poor area that is less privileged. You're making a black man be talked down to by white people because of where he comes from. And most of all, you're making a black man join a gang of criminals. A black man coming from poverty, being a criminal, and joining a gang. When you break it down, it's clear that there's a problem with this casting. You're almost rebranding Snape into something that he's not. Clearly, Snape is the last person in the series to race swap because it translates horribly. This is the type of stereotype that companies and executives try very hard to steer clear of these days. But by casting Paapa, they actually add a stereotype that didn't need to be there. When Snape was white, these things don't have the same effect they do for a black kid. We then have the dynamic of Snape bullying a bunch of white kids, which could make him seem racist. Especially when you throw in the fact that he called another white woman the worst, I guess you could say, racial slur you can call somebody in the wizarding world. Having a black man call a muggle-born a mudblood right to their face sort of negates the actual meaning of the word in the series, which was meant to shine a light on racism against black people in the real world. And making Snape black also affects the dynamics of other characters as well. The Marauders are now a group of white kids that torment and bully a black kid. This dangles the idea that Harry's father is racist, which is not something that should be thrown into the mix of his already very complicated character. And it could also add the idea that Lily chose a white man over a black man. This casting is also just not smart from a business point of view, because many people are already skeptical of this show. As I've gone over, this casting has upset me solely from the point of view of a die-hard Harry Potter fan. But while I view it from a fan's point of view, there are many out there that will dislike this casting for other reasons, which honestly is a real shame. Either way though, this casting is going to make a lot of people say, screw this show, before it even starts. And one of the saddest parts about this is that no matter how well Paapa Essiedu plays Snape, he's now subjected to 10 years of scrutiny simply because Warner Brothers made the decision to change a character's race. It's honestly kind of unfair to Essiedu. Again, after making this video, I will not speak on this casting again, because as I said, I'm supporting every actor they cast for this show, no matter who they are or what they look like. I'm very excited to see what Essiedu does with this very complicated character, and I'm eager to see this version of Snape, even if it isn't what I had initially hoped for. I feel like a lot of people might get mad at me for making this video, but I think I've made it clear why I dislike this casting, and it's not because I'm racist or not inclusive. I think I've made that clear over the years simply by the way I carry myself. I'm just a die-hard Harry Potter fan who hoped to see his favorite book series be depicted on screen accurately. There's not much else to say other than that. Any disappointment I have in this moment, I am putting behind me, and I'm looking forward to this new generation of Harry Potter on screen.